Hello and welcome to another Craft Roulette card video. So this week's parameters are, sorry my camera's jumping. I think it's actually my little white scoreboard here doing it, but anyway, it should stop soon. This week's parameters were gift card. The colors were train. The element is science. And the random is add a flower. So, I did not want to do like a gift card holder or say that the card was the gift. Although they are gifts when we work on them so hard and make them so pretty. But I wanted to do something different, which you'll see in a little bit. Train, the first thing I thought of was the old steam engine trains that are like the black matte, and that's why my card base is going to be black. Science, I'm going with botany. I took the easy way out and went botany because they have a lot of flowers and leaves and plant kind of stamps and dies. So for me, that was the easiest way to go. And I've been in a lot of pain for like the last week, so I needed easy. And that's also why it's taken me till, well, it's actually Wednesday, and I'm hoping to get the video up today when I'm actually filming this because I have not been able to. I've barely been walking. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I'm doing botany, and then add a flower. Well, I've got flowers. Now, I was looking at I wanted to start doing different things. So I was looking at some fun folds, and I kind of came up with, well, I modified something that I've seen to come up with my own card base. Okay, so we're going to work on that first, and we'll talk about all this other stuff. My card base, this is 80-pound black cardstock, and it is, now I hope I get all my numbers right, but 7 3/4 by 5.5 inches. Okay, and what you're going to do, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, which is always the hardest, at 1 inch, at 1.5, and at 2. Then you take your cardstock, turn it over, because this is the easiest way I've found to do this. Score again at 1/2 inch, at 1 inch. Oops, I missed it. That's okay, 1 inch. We'll ignore that other one. 1.5, and then 2. Okay, now let me turn this upside down and see. Sometimes you can go over a score line to try to make it disappear. It worked pretty well. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of the scoreboard, and hopefully it'll stop jumping. Okay, I'm just going to throw it down there. Okay, this is your main card base. And first thing we'll do is we will fold all of our score lines. So all of them are getting folded inwards. So we have 1 on both sides. They're going to get folded inwards. This is also a good time you can straighten things out. Okay. Like I said, this is, I know a lot of people have made this kind of like a pillar kind of card. But I did a couple things, kind of modified from what I've seen other people do, just because I thought it would work best for my idea. Which my idea is to actually include the gift in the card. Okay, that's where we're going with this. So we'll see. I've only played around with this. I haven't actually made one yet. So now that we have all of our score lines, we need our second piece, which is this, and it is 3 3/4, 3 3/4 by 5.5. Now, there are a few different ways you can cut this. Now I put, if you can see, I cut a square notch out of the top. Now that's because I am going to, this is going to act as a pocket, and I'm going to be able to slip a piece of cardstock in there and my gift. Okay. Now the other ways you can do this, and I hope I'm not talking too loud, you can either, if you only want a thumb notch, you can use like a round hole punch and just, okay, click a notch. If I'm going to add a necklace in here as a gift, okay? If you just want to add the gift, you can take like a regular, okay, this is like a little baby mini one, but a regular hole punch, and you can punch 2 half circles to hold your chain or whatever you're using. But that's what I'm making this to hold a necklace. So again, this is it 3 3/4? I'm thinking it's not. Hold on. let me see. It is not. It is, I am so sorry. This is 3 5/8 by 5 1/2. I apologize. I apologize completely. Okay. So what we're going to do this piece first. And since it's going to be a pocket, like I said, I have not been feeling good, so I apologize. I am just going to put a thin bead of glue along each side and along the bottom. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the bottom, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. It just slipped. Right in the middle of our card base, like that. Okay. To make the pocket. Okay. Now I've seen other people do this, but it hasn't been, it's just been done differently. Now what we need to do is make the pillars. So I'm folding these in half, okay, like this. And what I'm going to do is on the inside one, I'm going to put my glue. Now you can use glue or you can use tape, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to use glue because it is handy, and I do not have any double-sided tape handy. And then when you do, just take this and you fold it right over and push it down. And you end up with your little pedestal, which this will also help it stand. Okay. Then I'm going to do the other side. Oops. Don't over glue, but just enough that makes you feel comfortable. And again, going to just fold this over, press it down to adhere that glue. There you go. And that did not adhere. Come on, baby. Okay. And you will end up with, well, that one does not want to stick. I am going to, this is embarrassing. This paper, for some reason, it kind of sucks liquid in. I don't know. It's different. I'm going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac to try and completely get a little bit on there. There we go. Okay. All right. There are those pieces. Now, again, we have our pocket, and we're going to cover this part really quickly. This is just a piece, if you want to put a note inside, this is just a piece of white, I think it's 80-pound cardstock, and it is 3 inches by 5 1/2, and it will slide right down into here. I may need to cut a little bit shorter. Okay. Instead, I'm just messing up today, aren't I? Instead of 5, and we'll just do like 5 1/4 or 5, just to see. It's about a little 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch off. But you'll, what size, it's also going to depend, there we go, on how much glue you put. So start with 3 by like, instead of 5, like 5 1/4, and see what fits, and then you can slowly trim it down just until it fits into your pocket. Now you can skip that step if you don't want to and not add the pocket, and you can put a piece on the back that has your note. Either way is fine. I just saw this done and I thought it was really interesting. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is to decorate. You'll see in a second about how the gift goes. Well, I'll show you now. Okay. Anyway, so this is a lot more chain than you would ever have on a necklace. But I do not want to cut it just for this. So what I'm gonna do, you just need to open your pocket. This is once it's completed. And this is why I did the square. So my necklace will sit in this way. And there you go. So you don't have to do this part. Like I said, I wanted to truly make it a card that held a gift. Anyway, now moving on to the pretty stuff, which all of my die cuts are from the Altenew Fresh Flowers die set. And I just used some different Spellbinders cards. I don't know what colors they are. And I just used some small detailing brushes from Altenew, and I used Blush Rose, Teal Tempest, and Lemonade Stand. The teal is actually what I used on the leaves, just for a little bit, something a little bit different, just to give them a little character. So, and this is from Spellbinders, and I do not know what set. I don't remember what set. It's one of the large die sets of the month, but I don't remember which one. I apologize. If I remember, I will put it down in the comments below. But I just need to arrange my florals now. I love that flower. And I do not have a lot of inks from Altenew. I actually had this die set and those inks because last year I went to their Secret Garden online retreat, and that was part of the set, part of signing up. I think we'll put that up there. Get my hair out of there. Okay, I kind of like that. And then I just need to fit some leaves in. So I am going to start by putting my flowers down. I know we're working in tight quarters, but, oh, sorry. This is a keyhole, and Altenew does, it's called a keyhole system, and that is how you match up your dies. It's pretty ingenious, actually. And you'll see each flower has a different keyhole. I'm only putting glue in the middle. See, that one has a triangle. Because I want to be able to slide my leaves in. This is something very different for me, but I really, I like the idea of the fun fold. And see, this is a skinnier triangle. And I don't know, I just thought it was a neat idea to actually, and I think you could probably, okay, well, it actually added a gift to it is what I was going to say. I think you could probably add a keychain if you wanted to. I mean, as long as it can't be anything. I mean, that chain is obviously a lot, but it can't be anything really thick. But if you had like a thinner keychain, you could put the keychain part, like where the ring in here, and let it hang down. You could do a bookmark. Anything I would say that's kind of thin you know, would work fine. Okay, and this is going to be my last one here. Okay. But I just thought it was a neat idea. Because I didn't want to, like I said, make a gift card holder. And, you know, I wanted to do something different. And I believe I've achieved that with this. So, okay, let's see. I like that there. I know I should lay them all out, but I'm not going to. Like I said, I pre-did all this stuff off camera. So I could kind of make it. I know my last video was pretty long, and I do apologize, but there was a lot to cover. But I am not, like I said, feeling, I'm in a lot of pain. So, and if you hear me, you know, that's what it's from. So, I do apologize. I know I heard in the last video, I heard myself, like, moaning, and I really apologize for that. Okay, I really like this. I think it's very cute. And I did 2 colors of leaves. I wasn't sure what I wanted to use, but I'm liking the darker, honestly. I'm liking the darker green leaves. Yeah, that'll work there. And I know I have my tweezers, but so far I'm doing okay with my hands. I hope you guys, if you heard that, that was my computer sending me a notification. I thought I didn't think it would, but it's okay. Not the big a deal. Oh, hold on a second. My eye. It's like the last one. My eye is itching. I don't know. It's got to be allergies. Gots to be. It's gots to be. See, I'm wondering, should we attempt to tuck? Yeah, let's tuck a leaf down in there. Okay. And don't be afraid to fold the pillars. Pull the fillers. Okay. Fold the pillars the other direction, because they're going to go back. They will pop back up for you, see? I think we need another larger one down there, definitely. I don't know why. It's got to be allergies. Oh, Texas is crazy right now with that, with allergies and stuff. I have heard people say that, like, who've never had allergies, that they're having issues. So, you know. And I'm a blessed one. I have year-round allergies. So, yay me. Okay, let's see. 2 more leaves. I want to put one there, like slid under there, and then. Okay. So tell me in the comments what you think of this, if you like this idea, and if you want to see me come up with some other ones. Oh, my eye. I'm so sorry, guys. I should be pausing this, but I'm just not. Okay. I can either put one there, or I can put one here. I think I'm going to put it up at the top. Okay. The thing is, a lot of it's going to be covered. So, all right. There is that one. Let me get that glue there. Okay. I like that. I think that looks really, really pretty. And as you can see, I use gold for the inside of the flowers, but I think it's really pretty. Now, what I'm going to do is this is going to sit over the top it's going to sit on the top to make it look like it's sitting in a terrarium. And I know it's coming out the top a little bit, and that's okay. I don't mind. But I like that. Okay, and I got a little gnat here. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, I am just going to put glue along. Oh, and I did this out of 110-pound cardstock, and I did 2 together just to give it some stability, because this is, I mean, as you can see, it's a really, really fragile little piece. So Now what I want to do, I'm actually going to stand this up. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm standing it up to try and make sure that and I'm getting white glue on there. There we go. And you can fold it over to press it down. Now I did get some white glue on my cardstock, which was not intentional. Let's see. It's going to dry clear, but Pokey tool's not working very well. How about this? That's working a little bit better, I guess. They're just to get, this side doesn't seem to want to stick. It's so little glue, it's hard to, I'm having a hard time sticking it down. If you don't want to deal with the tedium of that, you can probably use, if you don't have this die set, you can use something that's thicker. That would be fine, definitely fine. I'm just scraping some of this off. Okay, so far so good. Now, my sentiment, I did it twice. I did once out of gold to match what's down there, to match the centers. But I also did one in white. And, you know, I think I like that more because you can see it a lot better. And this, like I said, this is from Hero Arts. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to, I'm just going to put it right along the bottom, I think. Now, you know what? I like it right there. I like it actually just like that. So, and I need to put a little more glue under here. Just a little bit. Like I said, this is very delicate. This is also a time when you could actually use double-sided sticky paper under it and make it a sticker. Although you only need the corners, but you know, it's all good. You hold that down for just a second. And like I said, I'm gonna use the white happy birthday. I like the idea of the gold, but I just don't think it pops enough. So, and it's okay using the white because I do have the white down there. So I'm just going to put some glue all along the back. I know it's not all going to hit the frame, and that's okay. I also cut out two, I stamped on the 80-pound black that I used for the base. And I also cut out 2 additional bases so that it would give some more stability and it would pop up our happy birthday. Be careful doing that because you don't want to get glue where you don't want glue. Okay. You just straighten that up a bit. And this folded down, it will fit in an A2 envelope. So I designed it that way. So this is my card. And let me get the chain again. And like I said, I mean, you would never use anything as long as this chain is, but I don't want to cut it because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But you just pop that out. Slide, whether it's chain or it's the end of a keychain or a bookmarker, whatever you... Whoop, my birthday fell off. I will fix that in a second. But that's embarrassing again. Good Lord. You know, it's one of those days, apparently. It's just because there's so little that it is stuck to. but, you know, we all make mistakes at times. So, there is gift card covered. It's a card, and it's actually containing the gift. I'm going to pull that out, though. And we also have our pocket for our sentiment, or it can go on the back, and you don't need to do the pocket. Train is the black, like the old steam engines. Science is botany, and add a flower. There are flowers. So I think I got something on there, but I think I have covered everything. And that will, if I can find, I had, where'd it go? I had a gum eraser. Oh, there it is. Handy, not gum eraser, but there we go. There. Well, that didn't work. So, but you can also use a sand eraser. But there is my card. I love this card. I think it is so pretty, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to make a comeback. I know it's very slow right now with just one video a week, but I'm trying. And the more subscribers I can get, the better that it will be for all of us. So have a good one. I will see you in the next one, and hopefully I will see you Friday at Craft Roulette. Bye, guys.